Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm gonna show you how to make lip appliers and also big smash lips. So I'm just making videos like this where I can show you how to create things so you can learn from me and make your own things. So as I said, we're making lips. I'm gonna show you what I made the other day and I'm gonna show you how to make it. It's super easy. I'll provide you with all the links in the description down below. So just open it up and you'll find all the links, all the maps, and etc. So these are my candle lips, like they are so easy to make. Of course it takes practice, don't give up. So these are the 6 colors, so it's basically one and the same lip, but I made it in different shades. I'm also gonna show you how to make it different shades. So by the way, I'm here on my platform. What I use is a prim and I added a blurry background. I use this to stand here and make the items, and also for the ad it's basically a prim. Prim is when you right click edit, click on here, and then you can go on stretch it, and you can add a picture on it, like a blurry one, etc. So it can be your background. And then I have a regular post stand. So let me get rid of this. Open your GIMP or whatever you want to use. I'll also put a link for GIMP in the description below. And you will also need a box. So also it's a prim. We res it somewhere here. Stretch, make it nice and small, not too big. And into that we're gonna add a script. If you do not have a script for Lelutka, I'm gonna show you how to get it. You basically, all you have to own is a mesh head from Lelutka. You go into your folder whatsoever, and you can see a creator kit that you're gonna unpack and click accept. So I already have it, and it will look like this. So these 2 items are to make the applier. This LTA is a tester, so we need a tester to see how we like the lips before we make them. So we click on the box and go here on content, hold and drop it in here. So this is your tester. So before we test, we have to make it. So let's go to GIMP. Okay, this is how it looks, and now we're gonna import the lips we're gonna use today. So I downloaded a few, but I will see what works the best. Sometimes some certain lips don't work that good, some does, so we're gonna try it out. So if you see a black background on pictures like this, go on layer transparency. Of course it's gonna help you out later. So I'm gonna copy this pair of lips, hide the upper one, and here I'm gonna delete the upper lip because I need to divide them in upper and the lower lip. But maybe I should first erase here around it and zoom in and use the erase tool. Okay, so far it's so good. It might look wonky on the edges, but it's fine. I'll show you later why. Copy, hide the first layer, and here we're gonna delete the upper layer so we have the lower one. We can do it the other way around, so let's erase it. Okay, hide this one, go to the upper one. Okay, so then we have the upper and the lower one. And now we're gonna put this one up here. This already looks good on here. Also the bottom one. So this space have to be filled. Here, this space right here. Let me mark it so you can see better. So here, this is the upper lip. This one, it have to be filled in for it to look good. And this is the lower one. And this is the middle. We're gonna tint the middle in the same color as the lips. Okay, now we're gonna stretch it, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. First, let's make a new layer and merge it down to this one. And what we're gonna do now is click on filter, distort, eye warp, and here with the deform radius, make it bigger. Put it on the side so you can see a little bit, not that much, but at least something. And we need to move this part more down, so we're gonna do this. Pull on it. Also the other side, pull on it. Also here it have to be filled, so we're gonna stretch up here, like give the lips more volume. I'm giving this lips lip fillers. So of course you have to test it out. And also a bit here, like it has space. So pull it down, click OK, and see how you like it. I feel it's pretty much perfect. So you can put the opacity down to see there's a little bit going over it, but don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to fix that. So I'm happy with this one. Okay, lower lip, again, new layer. Of course, if you don't make a new layer and put it over it, it's gonna be harder to stretch because it's gonna be right by the edges, so you cannot pull it apart that much. So distort, oh my god, I cannot talk. I warp. Again, put it lower or higher so you can see. See, this one needs a lot of moving upwards, a lot of filling, like this. Also the edges here, pull them up. A little bit more. Here a bit, tiny bit on the bottom. Okay, a little bit more stretching downwards. A little bit more up. So we're gonna do it again. Distort, I warp. A little bit here on the side. A bit up here. And I think here also this part. Here from the sides. Okay, what we're gonna do now is merge this two together. Click here on the color, here on this color picker, and I'm gonna pick a color like this one. So now what we're gonna do is right click on this black and white one, alpha selection, so it's selected. Open a new layer, use the paintbrush or the airbrush, and fill it in. Also all around. And then we're gonna click on this again, alpha selection. Click on the first one. You're gonna go select, invert, and then you're gonna click delete on your keyboard. Hit delete, and now it's gonna delete all the leftovers. We hide this one. Select none. So the first one, we need to sharpen it up. We need it in high quality. It should look good. Enhance, sharpen. And I'm gonna go on a 60 and sharpen it again if it needed. It already looks crispier. So now we're gonna try it out. Right click file, export as, or you press Ctrl A, and we're gonna export it as PNG. I recommend you to use a pose stand, so you stand still. We click on it and open building tools, texture. So this is to test it out. If you make the actual product, we need to upload the images. So now we're testing it out. Go on pictures and add our picture. Click on it. Okay. Close this. Now we click on it and click on HD lips. Diffuse. Ooh, there are the lips, and look how good they look. It's not easy to make. Of course, it takes a little bit fidgeting and trying out, but I'm so happy with them, how they look. So you can actually already like import the image and etc. But what I always do, and you can do it if you want, you don't have to. I'll go on my upper lip, so I can copy one and hide, so in case I mess it up. I'll go to the eraser. I'll go here on opacity on like 20 something. And I erase the edges because I want my makeup to be more faded around the lips. And as you can see, it's not doing that much, but it's still doing something. And it's just the edges, and I can go a few times over it. I can make it like 30 something opacity. Like if you remove this, you can see that the opacity is down like by a lot. And you can also go on this layer and do like this. Usually what I do is first I melt these two together and then I do it so it's evenly done, but I forget to do it, so it's fine. So let's export it. You can also click Ctrl A and export it. And look how it looks. So it's my personal preference. I like it more melted. Again, I would have to go here and like put the opacity even lower. Like that's my personal style that I like. It's kind of melting more into the lips. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but you don't have to do it. You can keep it as it was. Export. Like, I like it like this. And this one, I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna make it lighter color first. I'm gonna start with lighter to darker, so it's gonna be easy to apply later. There's many ways you can recolor this. My personal preference is you go on color, curve, and on the curve you make it lighter or darker. First I'm going to start with the lighter one. and go upwards like this. Ctrl A, export it, and it looks way lighter. You can go even lighter, it's all up to you. Like, there's also a lot of people with pale skins, with dark skins. I would recommend you make a lip that's for everybody. So for example, I like this, it's really pale, but you can go paler, you don't have to. Again, it's all up to you. What I love with appliers, you can put opacity down and fit all lips for any colors, any skin colors. And I don't know if I should go lighter. Let me see. Color, curves. Let's see this one, really pale one. And I usually make 6 lips, but you can make as many as you want. So I kind of like this one, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna upload this one. So now we have to start uploading images. So I'm gonna collapse this right here, image, and upload it. And I'm gonna call it number 1. So it's easier later to work with it. Okay, we go back here, color, curves, and then we go down to make it darker. Export to test it out. Okay, this is the second one. Name it number 2 after open it up. Okay, color, curves, pull it to the middle as much as you want. Call this number 3. Okay, while this uploads, I'm gonna hide this one and show up this one. So see, the first one is lighter and this one was the original one. I'm gonna export the original one as number 4. Okay, 4. Okay, now I'm gonna delete the paler version and recolor this one, color, curves, and pull it downwards. Like, you can make as many shades as you want, it's all up to you. And this is number 5. So I mainly make like 6, but like you can make a whole 5-pack of 10, 21. It is all up to you. And also one more. This one I'm gonna pull down to make it really dark, like this. It's really pretty. I love that you can like make the colors darker and darker and still maintain the glossiness and everything. Okay, while this uploads, I'm gonna show you another way to tint it. So I'm gonna press Ctrl Z to go to this pale one. You can make a new layer. You can pick a color. Let's see, this kind of reddish pink color. You open a new layer, drop the color, click on here. You can click on color, and then you have it in different colors. And now you can play with opacity here. So let's export this one as a test. And as you can see, it have a different color, and you can make it with any different colors, like even with like a freaking blue one. Just drop it in here. You have blue lips. Like, it's easy as it gets. Now we make an actual HUD. So of course I would recommend you take your pictures first. While you like this, right click on this, edit, and at number 1, click on it, HD lips, diffuse, get your camera up and take your 6 pictures. I'm gonna make a hat, and you can make it any type of style. So let's go to GIMP. I'm gonna close this one up. I already have mine that I already made for myself, but I'm gonna show you quickly how you can make it. Let's make like a big size, 3000. Wait, 3000. Okay, you can use this tool called crop tool. Make sure your current layer is not selected, so you can make it like this. And then you can export it like this in blank. Be funky, click on this one, start new, open computer, Y1. Okay, now you can add on the top your brand name. Okay, I'm editing here. There is so many fonts you can use or choose from. So this is my personal favorite. Add it up here. And then you can go here to the shapes, basic shape. For example, you want your head to be squares, you can pick a color and then you're gonna insert it in those squares. For example, if I make 6, I need 6 of those. I can click here and duplicate. And what I love with Be Funky, it gonna makes it centered and evenly, like here. It looks even. You can even put it more to the middle. And then when you duplicate again and pull it down, like it's everything centered. Like you can see here, it snaps like this. But you can make it in different sizes, different styles, different colors. Of course, there's also like circles. You can add a circle, like everything is how you ever prefer. Drop shadow. So if that's your base, export it and put your little pictures on top of it. So this is the one I used to use, but now I made a new one. And this is my new one because I decided to go with the pink aesthetic. And now let's import our tiny images, or just like images. Like here it is 6. You can click on the first one, click shift up on the last one while holding it, click it, and let's import it all into GIMP. Okay, now click here next to the eye sign to link them all and resize them all at the same time. Okay, now we're gonna resize it. Make sure this one is linked. And you can resize it as much as you want. So I'm not gonna do it too much. I'm just gonna do it a little bit since it's lips and we have to crop it out. So, and now it's gonna scale them all at the same time. So, okay, now that it's done, we can unlink them all. And now we're gonna use this rectangle tool, crop tool, what is it called? Rectangle. Okay, and now we're gonna find the shape we're gonna use of the lips, how much we're gonna use it. Don't want too much of the edges. Once we've done that, we can go on select and invert, and then we press delete, and then we go click on each of those and click delete. So we're left with the lips. So now we're gonna use the crop tool, because if you don't use it and you move it, you have the background. So use the crop tool, click current layer only, click on the first one and click like this on all of them, like around the lips. So click in the middle of the lips because you're gonna crop them out, and like this, crop them all out nicely. So it's important that you unlink it because now you gotta move it. So I'll put it 25 again, 33, and now we gotta move it. I can make it a little bit smaller, but that's no problem. See, I have to set them up how they were. So this is the darker one, these two are the lighter ones, and then this, it's important you put it in the same like way. So we're gonna make them bigger because it's real small. I would recommend you make a new layer here, so instead of having just like these crops, you can see it better that way. Of course, you're gonna try to line them up. But you can also do export each of those lips on Be Funky, and then you can put them up there perfectly. Kind of line them up, it's gonna snap in place. While here it doesn't snap in place, you have to like do it yourself. Make sure it lines up with this one, and here sideways. But yeah, so again, I want the same spacing, and try to have it as accurate as possible. So now I'm gonna hide this one, press Ctrl M and enter, and now I'm gonna make them bigger. So first I'm gonna crop them again. It's easier to stretch them when they are cropped, and let's stretch them up again. Make sure this one is linked. Okay, so again, now try to make it centered in here. Okay, if this is how we like it, again we have to sharpen it up. It probably lost a little bit of sharpness. Okay, looks already better. Again, you want your picture to be sharp as possible. Color, also brightness and contrast that I always do. makes the picture more vibrant, -8 and +8. And you can see how much vibrant it is, how much it pops out. You can also do the same vibrancy with when you make the lips, but it's up to you. So now I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna go on colorize, and make it black, and then go on overlay, Ctrl A, picture, export, and now we have to import it. I think my picture is too big, I have to resize it, but let's test it out. Upload image. It's gonna be too big already now. Yep, it's too big. So to make it smaller, merge everything down, Ctrl M, enter, and click here the stretch tool, make sure it's linked. Here we can see the sizes. 2000 is way too big. I think it needs to be less. Let's see, like this. Let's click here and current layer only, remove it. And now we have to like do it like this. I should have already made the size how it should be, but I always forget to do that. Again, I'm gonna sharpen it a little bit because I feel whenever you change something, it might lose the quality. So quality is important. Plus upload image. Okay, it works. So I'll call it lip HUD. Okay, now that we have done that, we need to make the HUD. So I'll close this for now. Close this. You can delete this, but you can keep it on your screen for later if you're gonna work on other lips. What I do, so this is mine, so I can delete this one. The old one, you keep this one. So to make a HUD, right click edit and make a square. I'm gonna make it transparent right away. Transparent, but keep it selected. So here we go, select face and go to 4. Here you can see the number 1. Here you can see the number 1, 2, 3, 4. And go here, textures, lip HUD, move, go a little bit to upper view, click Ctrl L, and turn it around. Be sure it locks here where it says west, and you can click stretch and make it smaller, like here. Of course, it's gonna be wide, and you can also make it smaller here, but don't make it too small because the head should look decent. What you should do right away, it's important, click on copy and remove transfer, because if you don't make a copy for the next order, people when they buy it, it's gonna disappear from their folder. So make a copy. Okay, now we're gonna click on this one, make a new prim, click copy right away. It is important because once I forgot and my bloggers could not blog it because it disappeared. Lesson learned, lesson learned. Now we're gonna click stretch and make this smaller and move. So I'm gonna zoom in so I can see better what I'm doing. Okay, we're gonna move it over the lips. Okay, let's put this away. Make sure it's kind of leaning onto it. It can go in a little bit, but it's not that bad. Okay, I'm too close to it, I guess. And top view, like here, front view. And now we're gonna make it fit. Build tools, stretch, pull up the blue button. Make sure it does not go over the other lips. It have to be on the exact same lip because that's what people are gonna click on. So tweak it a little bit here and there. How much you like it. Don't have to be too much over the edge because people mostly click the middle and not the edges. So again, check if it's copy. And I'm gonna click shift up, hold it, and then it's gonna copy. And then you keep holding it. Just keep holding it and move it around. It does not go all over it, as you notice, because I don't want it to go all over it, because those are all close together. Like if I overfill it, it might select the other one. Okay, now we've done this. Now it's an important part. Click on the first one. So you're gonna click on those first. This one, the HUD clickable, it's the last one you click on. Click on the first one. Make sure show highlight is selected. Click shift up and click on all of them, like one by one. Click, make sure it's yellow. And then on the end you click this. Okay, we click link And I would also recommend you to name the object right away before you forget. So now we go to content. We need our scripts. Click on the first one, you click on CTRL, click on the second one, and you can let go, and then you can drag and drop. Evolution X, Evolution X. So now we're gonna add our texture in. So we're gonna start with the first one because this is the lightest one, this is the darkest one, and that's how we uploaded it in. So it is in this way from lighter to darker. So you can open it up to be sure. So you can open it up and click OED in here, or you can right click when it's easier, right click and copy asset OED. Click on the box, click HD Lips, diffuse, add the text in, Ctrl B, submit, done. Okay, now with the second one, right click, copy asset, click on it, HD Lips, diffuse, paste it in, done. Third one, click on it, HD Lips, diffuse, add it in, submit, done. Fourth one, HD Lips, diffuse, paste it in, done. Number 5, click on it, HD Lips, diffuse, add a text, submit, done. Number 6, copy UID, click on it, HD Lips, diffuse, drop it, submit, done. Now we click on the back one and finished. Okay, so now we have to get rid of the boxes. We click edit, so all are selected. Click on edit linked, click on the back one, and then click on this one. So texture, click on it and click on transparent. Click on the next one, transparent. Just don't make the back one transparent. In case you do, just add the texture back in, no big deal. Transparent, transparent, transparent. Okay, now we can pick it up, make sure it's named. It is copy, so you click on back of it, so it is copy. Close it, right click, take. Now we go on our recent folder. It's in objects, right click, it's important, attach to head, censure to, and now we have it. So of course we have to test it out to see if it works. It should work as well. So now you can also move it to the side if you want, like here. If it's too small for you, stretch, pull up on the corner, make it as big as you want it. Don't make it too big, it's weird. So just like a nice size. Close. Now we try it on, and it should work like butter, and it is working, as you can see here. Again, you can right click edit and see if it's copied. Make sure it is copied, because I made many mistakes, so I learned. So now if you want to sell it, you can right click on it, and let's first click properties and copy the name. Copy, right click, create a folder from selected, drop the name, okay, and then you can pull it up here, and now you can make an unpacker. So I'm going to show you how to make an unpacker later. Now we're going to make the same lips in Bake Some Mesh. So I'm going to take this off by clicking here HD and clear. So for Bake Some Mesh lips, I'm going to stand up from here. To make Bake Some Mesh, you click plus, new clothing, new tattoo, but to test it, it's a bit harder with tattoo because you have to save it and go back to edit mode because it's not showing right away. That's why I use universal to test. We're gonna wear it, add, and then we're gonna click edit, and the first one here is the one we're gonna test it on. It's a different like map, so let me zoom in on my face real quick. Okay, here I imported my map, so I'm gonna show you what I did. I cropped out the lips to make it easier to work with. So basically duplicate your map, you zoom in onto it real closely, use this tool. Please, like, you can do it, you don't have to do it. I think it's just easier because I can erase the access that way, like I did with the auto map. invert here, invert, and on the keyboard click delete, and then you should have the lips. So now import the same texture, and again we do the same transparency and resize it, make it way smaller so it's fitting more onto these lips. Okay, unlink it. Let's zoom in. So let's start with the upper lip. Let's move it up here. And let's adjust this one first. I put opacity down so I can see how much and what I need to do. Here, this have to go way on the side, like spread it. Again, we have to see how it looks. You can go a little bit over it, it's fine. So put opacity back up. Hide this layer. Now let's put the lower layer in here. There's some that needs to be done on the sides mainly. Let's do that. I'll keep it like this so we can see. It have to be done a little bit, not too much. I'm gonna dent it here in the middle a little bit. Okay. We can also do it like stretch it in here instead of stretching it over there. Reset and unlink it and just move it like this. So a little bit more. So now I'm gonna check this one, and as you can see the lips is more frowned towards the bottom. So let's put it like this so we can see. I'm gonna erase a little bit here. Okay, now let's show the upper lip, hide the lower lip, and let's see here. Yeah, it also needs a bit erasing. You don't have to, but I would recommend you to do it. Okay, now you're gonna merge them down. You're gonna sharpen them up, filter, enhance, sharpen. And what I also told you can do is brightness and contrast. If you want to give them more vibrance, but it's also going to change the lip color. So now this comes to play. This we click alpha selection and you go on the layer and invert and hit delete. So we delete the axis, select none, again hide this one because you don't need it, but you can also alpha selection, make a new layer and use the color that you used before. We can click here somewhere and like here, this kind of nudish color. Let's go with this nudish one instead, will look better. Select none. We hide the first one, export it. Make sure it's PNG. PNG. Maybe with big letters. Ooh. And then pictures. Export. Okay. Now we're gonna test it out. Local add against to test it out. To actually make it solid, you have to upload it. Oops, this is the wrong one. Remove this one. Okay, this is how it looks in like Bakes and Mash form. It looks good as well. Still, I prefer it in appliers because you can make the opacity down. But it looks good though. Again, I will do the same I did before. Let me merge those layers down, and you can erase this rest. And now you can go on the eraser. Here, opacity like 30%. Erase the edges to make it more smooth, more fitting. Export. It looks better. I love it this way. Like, I kind of like it also that way. Again, I'll go always with appliers because people can put opacity down. And if you're happy with this, you import the image. Again, you can make it in as many colors as you want, like I showed you previously. So let's do that. Okay, now we take this off. Delete it. New tattoo. New clothing. Tattoo. Okay, you can rename it. Add. edit, header to, texture, Lelutka, save as, save any name. I'm just gonna keep it like this. And there you go. And now you can do the same with different colors, like export it, and you can make like a new folder with it, sell it. For here, I just recommend you go copy, modify, and remove transfer, and make as many as you want, rename it, make a new folder, sell it. I really like it. So let me compare this one to the applier one. So let me pull it up. So this is Bake Some Mash, and this is applier. So it's up to you, whichever is easy for you. Personally, if you're just starting, if you struggle to make a hat, I think it's a lot of work, make the Bake Some Mash one. It's also looking good. Make it in as many colors as you want. It's the same method like the apply one with the recoloring, so just export it as many as you want. By the way, a recommendation: if you make products, make folders and put them in your texture. Like here, for example, this is like what I made, Bake Some Mash. I'll put those in a folder called others. So this is my ad, my strawberry lips, like my ads I add in the ad folder. And also when I pack this one up, I put it also in the ad folder. So when I move my store, etc., I have all my ads here and all my products here in packed, not in unpacked, in packed. So when you move, when you do whatever you do with your store, you have them all in one. You do not have to make a new unpacker, pack everything up. It's pain in the ass, believe me. Put it all in the ads folder. Your ads, name them, be sure you name them, and also name the object, so you have it here. And if you move your store, you have your packed items and your ads all in one place. Highly, highly, highly recommended. Hudson logo are here, my Black Friday logo, my store logo, my like one-click unpacker logo, and like my unpacker, my other stuff. That's all in here. Highly, highly recommended. Do it. Like, it's gonna make your life easier if nothing else. So then I add my ad picture. I also import a lip picture. Don't forget to keep those. And I add it in, export it, also sharpen it, and then I add it in Be Funky for the font. Where is my favorite font? And then when we have that, we can import it to Second Life. Babe lips. And let's go to the store and make the unpacker. Side of my store, I have my unpacker. I hold shift up to copy it. So now I'm gonna add my like name of the item and content. There's already a script in, an unpacker script. So now I'm gonna drop this in there. Hold and drop. Now this one I'm gonna move to my Evolution X folder, where my products are. I would also recommend you make like a folder with only your products. So if you have to redeliver or if you want to wear it yourself, you know where it is. Mine. Okay, now we're gonna, if it's renamed, blah blah blah, take, resend, attach to head, center to, and here it is. So here I have my scripts. So I'll make another video on scripts, on ads, etc. So here I add my product, and in general I add the name. Oh, not that. Oh my god, I named my ads wrong. Let me drop it here. Velanti Babe lips. Okay, what the heck? Copy and take it. Okay, now this when I erase, go back to this one, remove this one, add this one in here and add the name. I'll go in the script, I add the name, I add the price, 150 linens, save, reset, access, drop the thing in there. So guys, this is it for this video. It was probably long as hell, but next video I'm gonna show you how to make eyeshadows, Bake Some Mash, and appliers. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.